All of a sudden, the MBTA decided they want to start working on tracks. This is a project that should have been done last year, or even the year before that. So they started it, but they never finished it. So now they're trying to play catch up. Take a walk up there and see what they got going on here. It's on both sides of the track, so whatever side fits you. Maybe this side you get more view of what they're doing. Took out a section of the tracks right there. I guess there. Even disconnect the grounding cable too. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good overhaul on it. This is over here at Huntington and Longwood, right there in Brigham Circle. You guys kind of get an idea what they're doing. Let's take a quick walk down. I think they're replacing some sections of tracks. They started it and they stopped, and they started and then they stopped. But I don't know. All of a sudden they're back at it again. Also blocking a lot of traffic. The bus can't get by. So they got a whole section of track that's taken out. From there all the way up. He's got a cone in the way. See if he can move that cone. There he goes. He's some guys are pretty good. They can flip a coin with that. And he's got it. So they like I said, they got a whole section of track taken out of here. This is on the Green Line. I believe it's the E branch that goes up to Heath Street. Take a quick walk down. I don't know why they picked a hot day like this to do work, but knocked another cone down. All of a sudden, the MBTA got money to fix the tracks. Overnight, they got some money. They always had the money, but they were misusing it. And that section of tracks been like that for years, though. Like you can tell the old tracks versus the new tracks if you look at them real close. The new tracks are supposed to be seamless. They're not supposed to have any connections. Like you shouldn't see any connections. Should be like a seamless track. It's a big operation there too, so give you the idea how far it goes down. It goes down the whole stretch. I'd probably do a video. They're removing all the old gravel out of there. That's what they're doing. Give you a kind of idea what they got going on here. So all the tracks have been removed on this side up to that point right there. I'm not sure if they're going to remove those too. They might. We'll keep an eye on it. And the tracks that they took off are on the other side. I don't know if you can see them. where they cut them and they. So I'm not sure if they're going to use the same tracks over. They're going to put new tracks down. That I'm not sure about. It needs a smaller bucket, or it's kind of hard to do that from that angle. What he's doing. Not saying you can't do it. It's just harder from that angle. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick walk down to the other end so you can see what's going on down there. Like I said, I'm not too sure of the temperature outside, but it's a pretty hot one. Now, as far as I know, I didn't hear them mention they were going to shut down the green line on this stretch over here. If they did, it wasn't on the news. They must have told people but didn't tell people. They even took the, I wonder if they're gonna take out the switch. That's a switch right there that switches the trains over track to track. I don't know if you guys ever seen one of those before. That's basically the MBTA inspectors or starters, they call them. Like they would switch this, if they were gonna switch track to track. That's basically, it's a manual switchover. So it kind of like it engages and disengages the track levers over here. So if you want that train to theoretically switch over to that track or vice versa, you got one on each side that would do that, do what it's supposed to do. They probably, I don't know, they probably leave that, just fix what needs to be fixed on it. And this is done by this is manual. This is not automatic. A person has to physically switch it over, and so the train knows which way it's going. See how it has the arrow there? That green arrow tells you that it's going straight. Now, if that minus was showing, that tells them to stop. That's the stop sign for the trains. So if you guys don't know what that means, it's the same replication on the signal. So it's either green for go. See them on this side, green for go. I'm probably not doing it justice, but green for go, and then the minus sign for stop. And it's a manual lever. You have to physically press down on that lever there, switch it over, and lock it into the other plate on the other side. Every once in a while, you got to check the mechanism on to make sure it's working properly. Make sure the linkage and everything is doing what it's supposed to do. All right, we take a quick further walk down. A lot of traffic coming through here too. Oh no, go ahead. Never interfere with the flow of traffic unless you really have to. There's no police detail, by the way. I don't know how that works because when you have construction this length, you're supposed to have a detail on either end. And if it's longer than a couple of blocks, I think you're supposed to have a supervisor. But this will fall under the T. But I see a Boston police officer over there, but he's doing a Feeney detail. That's entirely different from what he's doing or they're doing over here. What they're pumping out a drain, a manhole, whatever you want to call it. The police officer right there doing the detail. But this whole stretch that we're on, haven't seen any police detail. They do got plenty of porta potties over there. Like I said, it's a quick walk in, see what else they got going on over here. It's always interesting to see what's going on in the city. Document and report. It's like a major operation. I'm not too sure how many days it's going to take to do all that. Yeah, in the heat. They picked the hardest day of the one of the hardest days of the year to do this. See where he's cutting. He's cutting down the middle.
Attention ladder 26, cover station 37. Attention ladder 26, cover station 37, 1104.
It's a big operation there. It's a lot of work. That's hard work too. That's called physical labor. A lot of hard work there, man. It's not easy. Make sure you drink plenty of water. You have to. In moderation. So you know that's a lot of physical work. Like swinging that hammer, the first couple of swings feels like nothing, but after doing it all day, your arms feel pretty heavy. Like they're replacing the whole section of track. I know they did the other side last year. So this is the section that they didn't do. I did a video of them doing that section over there over. Then they stopped for a period of time. I don't know why they stopped. But then they they're replacing the railroad ties and everything. Yeah, it's a lot of. I wonder how. I wonder what's the time frame they gave them to do this. Some of these things you can see that they're kind of rotting out. How old you expect those? See how those? How old you say those are? That's kind of old if it's rotting out like that. No, the question is, how often should you change these things, and how often should you check on them? Because if they're rotting out like to a point where they could fall out like that, that is a safety concern. I don't know if you guys can see some of these. This right here looks like one that's been rotted away. It's broken in half. So I'm not sure if I'm doing it justice or not, but if they're allowed to rot away like that, that means the tracks were not as loose, as tight as they should be or could be. There's quite a few of them like that too, though.
I do it from across the street, but you can't be alongside while they're working.
I'm not. They're over there working.
I understand it, but they'll be making their way this way.
I know. I'm not going to be there that long. I'm documenting what I see in the city. Since the T wants transparency, I got to bring along transparency in the city.
Yeah, I understand that. But
Yeah.
don't interfere with them working.
Ma'am, you see where I am, and you see where they are.
I understand that, but there's going to be a heavy.
I understand all that. Trust me, I might know more about this than you do. Have you seen me go in the track area?
No, I'm not saying you go. I just
Okay.
asked you not to go in the track
Okay,
area.
did you see me go in the track area? Like, everybody gives directives before you even do something. Now, if you saw me in the track area, that's fine, but I have not stepped any foot in that track area. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Like, normally this stuff gets cut out, but somebody told me to keep that stuff rolling, so I just roll with it, because that goes to show people try to flex their authority when they don't even have any. I'm documenting these things that should not be falling out like this. And she's talking about me interfering with them when they're down there. The only thing I said to one guy is hard work, and to the other guy to drink plenty of water. And verbally talking to somebody is not interfering, just so you guys know. That's the law. Verbally speaking to somebody is not interfering. Well, I'm going to document what I see. If you don't like it, too bad, but I'm going to document it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me walking on the platform. I'm not bothering nobody. You get upset. All you do is just collect the paycheck that you've been collecting with the T for the past 20 years and retire happily. Hopefully they don't throw you under the bus in the process. Like, I try to give people as much respect as they give me, but when they don't give me respect, then how do you say it? You get what you give what you get. I just wanted to document what I see in the city. You know, what's wrong with that? If anything, they should invite the local media down here to show them that they're trying to fix the tracks. I mean, you would think the MBTA would want somebody to see what they're doing rather than try to cover it up in hush-hush. Now, last year they stopped about right here. This is where they stopped to repair the tracks before. This was the last. So everything from this part beyond should be new and replaced. Anything from about probably where those lines are marked is going to be replaced to new. I don't know, people, I don't know. They give them a little authority, and I guess it goes to their head. Don't ask me why and how, but it does. I see it more often than I should see it, but I see it a lot. Like you give somebody a little authority. I'm talking about very, very little authority, and that authority goes beyond what you can imagine. Yeah, that's what's going on here. MBTA is or we'll call it fixing or replacing the tracks. A section of tracks that should have been done, I say, at least 5 years ago or more. It's definitely well overdue. And just so you know, they want to shut this line down going from this way to the VA hospital, and they had a big rally several years ago to keep it open, because they were hoping not to even repair the track lines going up there, because they saw how bad the tracks were, and they were trying to save money by just cutting the line off completely and not repairing it or replacing it. So after they got so much flack from the community and the VA hospital and a few local leaders, they decided to keep it open. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was about maybe 3 years ago, probably at the beginning of COVID. So that's what's going on here, right here down in Brigham Circle. All right, guys, just want to show you what I see. Catch you on the next one.